Hello, everyone. My name is Lorenzo Hernandez, and I am one of the physical education teachers at Garfield High School. Today, I just wanted to go over one of the things that I use to assess my students as well as get some feedback is just a very quick exit slip on a particular lesson. So let me go ahead and get there. And I use Schoology, and I just create a quick assessment slash quiz that helps me out. It's very easy to set up. So let me go ahead and do that and show you how I do this um, as I prep for my lessons. So what I do is I just go to the materials. I created a folder called it Exit Slips Spring 2021. I'm just using my sandbox. So what I would do is obviously I'd click on here and then I'll add a material and I'll add test slash quiz. Okay, so I'll just call this lesson 1, if you would. Okay, and I'll set the date, set that for today, 11:59. If there's some parameters on that, we'll work on that on the next slide. And let's just call it weekly. This is just, again, the sandbox, so there's no particular order I want to follow right now. The other one, it's an engagement component part of our syllabus. So here's the first thing that we'll do is we'll add the question. Okay, and you can have all these options here. What exactly do you want to use? So I usually do a multiple choice. And if it was, for example, our lesson today was on lower body muscles, and I already have my question preset. So which muscle is not a lower body muscle? So we can just type on, let's try tricep, lower body, maybe some hamstring. Let's go to calf. And I don't know, what's the last one that we want to use? Maybe groin. Groin muscle. So we know that obviously these three here are all lower body. The tricep is an upper body. So which muscle is not a lower body muscle? And then we just click on that. Make sure you come down, create a question. You can't skip. I know you saw some tabs. You can't skip because if you do, then the question won't get registered. So now I come to settings. If you have any particular instructions you have, you can go ahead and put them in here. This is a key thing. A lot of people have a lot of issues here, but you want to make sure it's always preset as a default to be disabled. So what I usually do is I enable it until, okay, when exactly do you want to give it out, okay? If you want to work parameters, you can put from one particular date, time to another. So let's just say that you still want to do that. And that's a wacky calendar, by the way. I always have to do that. So let's just say I'm issuing it today and it's at 9 a.m. So when do you want to close it? Okay, you can go ahead and choose. Again, I have to do this. This is so silly. I have to figure that out. Let's just say you want to close it from 9 to 9:15. If you want to give them that amount of time in the exit slip, I kind of use it twofold as well. I kind of use it as an attendance along with my reports from Nearpod and the analytics from Schoology here. So this will tell me that they were there. That's how come you want to set these parameters. And obviously, if they pop in late or whatever else, they won't be able to get to it based on the times that you set. So usually you can set as many times or attempts that you want to give them here. I usually do 2, and you want to make sure that they obtain the highest score. And then you just come down here. And when it says view submissions, this gives you an opportunity to visually see them come on into your row book. So this pretty much grades it into your Schoology row book. And if you save the changes, okay. So now what I'll do is I'll go to my grade book. And you'll see this lesson here. Okay, so again, you want to click on this if you'd like to figure things out, but pretty much is already here. As the students submit their responses, they'll go ahead and start just filling in here. Okay, one of the key things about this is if you go to your materials You can always store these in your resources so you can copy to your other classes if you're going to be using the same exit slip. I like to save them all and I preload them all into my resources. And from there, I just kind of take them out every week. You can also unpublish it. So let's just say, for example, not the whole folder, but that particular, let's just say that I don't want them to see it yet. So I'll preload everything, have it ready for them for the week, and I'll unpublish it. And it'll ask, are you sure? Yes. And they won't be able to see it. So if you see this little icon here, so then what you do is when you get ready to go ahead and say, okay, it's time for your exit slip, you'll go ahead and publish it. It'll say yes, publish it. And again, don't forget, if there's ever an issue, don't freak out. Just click here on this and it'll take you to your settings. And usually the number one problem is right in here with the submissions. It has to be an issue in here all the time. If you cannot see it in your roadbook, it's because of this here. But again, they'll say, sir, I can't access it. And you'll know that there's an issue here. Okay, so that's pretty much on an exit slip. I use it daily. Again, I use it twofold, just as a great feedback tool and also as a tool to make sure that I know that they were there and they were there for the subject matter. Okay, thank you so much.